Hold on tight, girl, because we're diving in deep and no one's secrets are safe today. We're talking about the final voicemail left by Stephen Twitch Boss. What was he trying to tell his wife? And why did everyone who went to his funeral have to sign a secrecy agreement? Even more shocking, why do some people say Twitch mentioned Ellen's name in a note to the police? The more you look into what really happened to Twitch, the more it starts to feel like Ellen might not be the sweet person she wants everyone to believe.
Because you're gonna have her wear it, and
All right.
Yo, Ellen, we go so far back. You don't tell these people how far back we go.
I know, but I wear t-shirts. I don't know what that means. Anyway, all right, let's.
I mean,
you hold that.
Okay,
all right.
I got this.
Take two if the joke didn't work. I
No, it's okay.
I don't want no problems.
No, it's okay.
No, hold on.
Hey, so cheers. Hey! Ellen, I heard you were sick, and look what I got you.
You
Your
got me.
boy. So whenever you get sick, you can have this. Okay, well, maybe I have one at your house.
Where's the... Now, what time would your party start, let's say?
Like 9:30.
Really, that early?
Yeah.
I could make that.
Yeah.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party, though.
Uh-huh.
It'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel. You know?
And then it will carry on there?
Yeah. Then No, I mean the after party.
No, I know about them. I'll listen to the music.
Stephen Twitch Boss was one of the main producers on The Ellen Show. He worked closely with Ellen for almost 8 years until the show ended in 2022. Everyone who knew Twitch said he was a joyful and kind man who could brighten up any room. So when the news broke on December 13th, 2022, that Twitch had taken his own life, people were heartbroken and confused. Now there are more rumors flying around. Some people are even whispering that Ellen might have something to do with his death. They believe she left the US not just to disappear quietly, but because after what happened with Diddy, she might be next to get investigated.
Early on the morning of Tuesday, December 12, Twitch packed a small bag with only a change of clothes and his handgun, slipped out of his house without telling Allison, turned his phone to airplane mode so he couldn't be tracked, and took an Uber to the Oak Tree Inn, a dreary 2-story motel in a hacienda-style building on heavily trafficked Ventura Boulevard, just a mile from his house, and paid $107 to reserve a room for a single night. Twitch made his way down to room 249 and let himself in. Allison reported to police that Twitch was missing shortly after he had left the house, noting with particular worry that she couldn't reach him by phone and he had not taken his car with him when he left, 2 things that she said were very much out of character for him.
Because there were no details about Twitch's death, people just rushed to fill that void. This was at the time when Ellen had built this edifice as the nicest person on television. She would have YouTube stars, and all of a sudden that edifice was crumbling.
The news about Ellen created a wave of online criticism at the time.
Touching message from the widow of the dancer and TV personality and inspiration to a lot of us, known as Twitch. In her first social media post since Stephen Boss' death last week, Allison Holker shared this on Instagram, a selfie of the smiling couple. Holker left a short but powerful message. My one and only, oh, how my heart aches. We miss you so much. Twitch was last seen in this Instagram video he shared on December 11th, doing what he and she were known best for, dancing. Just 2 days later, he was found dead in a motel room in Los Angeles. The death was ruled a suicide. Twitch was 40 years old. Since then, there has been an outpouring of support for Holker and their 3 children.
Just a few months before Twitch passed away, The Ellen Show ended after people started talking about how Ellen mistreated her staff. It shocked a lot of people. Ellen had always said, be kind, but now people were saying she was actually mean behind the scenes. Ellen made a public apology, and during that apology, she had Twitch on the show. Many think she brought him there just to make herself look better. But if you watch the video, you can clearly see Twitch didn't seem comfortable at all.
Human beings are not designed to handle that much pressure. And when I was talking about my experience, his face was like, I know.
I learned that things happened here that never should have happened. I take that very seriously, and I want to say I am so sorry to the people who were affected. I know that I'm in a position of privilege and power, and I realize that with that comes responsibility, and I take responsibility for what happens at my show. This is the Ellen DeGeneres Show. I am Ellen DeGeneres. My name is there. My name is there. My name is on underwear. We have had a lot of conversations over the last few weeks about the show, our workplace, and what we want for the future. We have made the necessary changes, and today we are starting.
Ellen was often seen at Diddy's rumored wild parties, and some people think that Twitch saw something there that he wasn't supposed to. These weren't just regular parties, they supposedly had some of the most powerful and secretive people in the world. Since Twitch was close to Ellen and attended these events, he might have witnessed something scary or dangerous. Some say he tried to pull away, but others believe he didn't get the chance because someone made sure he couldn't speak out. The way Ellen quietly left the country without making any big announcements has only made people more suspicious. Now, the internet is starting to connect things. Ellen and Diddy's names keep coming up in the same conversations. Both are linked to deep, dark secrets in Hollywood, and both are surrounded by stories of people who died in strange and sad ways.
Hey, everybody. Everyone is in pain and trying to make sense of it, and we'll never make sense of it. And the holidays are hard, I think, anyway. But to honor Twitch, I think the best thing that we can do is to laugh and hug each other, and play games and dance and sing.
The comedian brought Twitch onto her talk show in 2014.
Over a decade ago, I met someone who changed my life and our show. And I'm talking about you, Twitch. Come here.
He worked as the show's main DJ all the way until it ended earlier this year.
And I know it seems hard, it seems impossible, but that's how we honor him and hug each other and tell each other we love each other and let people know we're there for them.
In his letter to his wife, Twitch opened up about everything. He shared what he saw at those wild parties, things that shocked him involving powerful people and big names he never thought would be part of something so dark. He told Allison he had been forced to stay quiet and that even people close to him, like Ellen, weren't who they said they were. Leaked sources say Twitch's last note wasn't just a goodbye, it was a warning. Then there was the voice note, said to be a recording sent to Ellen, where he told the full truth. That voice note was never released to the public, but people have talked about it on forums and in private messages. Some believe Allison still has a copy. Others think it was erased or taken by someone not long after Twitch was found dead.
We're learning more tonight about the tragic suicide of Stephen Twitch Boss and the detailed steps he took to hide his plans. TMZ is reporting when Twitch left his home the day before his suicide, he took an Uber to a motel about a mile away. At the motel, he switched his phone to airplane mode so no one could reach him. The motel manager says he checked in under his own name and never left his room. We also now know that Twitch left his suicide note. Details have not been made public, but TMZ reports the note alluded to challenges Twitch had faced in the past. Entertainer Tyler Perry knows firsthand what that is like.
I want to take you back to a time in my life where I tried to commit suicide a couple of times because it was so dark. I thought the only way to make this better, this pain go away, is to end my life. Had any of those attempts happened, I would have missed the best part of my life.
In 2024, right after Diddy's Miami home was raided, Ellen suddenly announced she was leaving the country for good. The timing matched perfectly with Diddy's arrest, and fans quickly picked up on something strange. Ellen changed her look, too. She had been blonde her whole career, but suddenly dyed her hair and moved to England to begin a new life. A lot of people found the timing too strange. Why would Ellen suddenly disappear just as Diddy's world was falling apart with all the trafficking accusations? And why make such a big change to her image?
They're losing their minds.
She sounded so sincere, didn't she?
Very sincere.
Virtually choke on her words. But the best one for me is Ellen DeGeneres, who is, by the way, a very nasty person. I've had dealings with her in Australia. Could I tell you some stories about that cow? But anyway, good riddance to her. But she was quite friendly with that P. Diddy bloke, wasn't she?
Well, this is why I say release the Diddy files.
Yeah.
Release the Diddy files. Come on, Donald Trump. We want to know whose name.
So maybe she's hightailing out of there before all that is thrown at her as well. But what a bunch of hypocrites.
Ellen DeGeneres and her wife, Portia de Rossi, have reportedly fled the US, bound for the UK, after Donald Trump's landslide victory. Numerous publications are reporting the couple have left the United States permanently. There are also reports the couple have put their Montecito mansion on the market. Entertainment publication The Wrap has the exclusive story and said Ellen DeGeneres and wife Portia de Rossi have moved to rural England, put their Montecito estate on the market, and plan to never return to the United States, telling friends the election of Donald Trump was their primary motivation. Ellen DeGeneres has been a vocal Trump critic, so the move doesn't come as a surprise to most.
You're really bad. If you had to be stuck in an elevator with either President Trump, Mike Pence, or Jeff Sessions, who would it be?
Does one of us have to come out alive?
Ellen DeGeneres has been seen rocking a new hair color since moving to the UK. The comedian changed her signature blonde look to brunette as she was seen enjoying a night out with friends at a pub called The Farmer's Dog. Ellen went out with her wife, Portia de Rossi, and a few friends, including the Torn singer Natalie Imbruglia. Sources told TMZ earlier this week that Ellen and Portia moved to England because of Donald Trump's re-election. They have reportedly settled into their new home in the southwest region of England, but they purchased the property before the election. Hey, I guess if Ellen's got a new place, why not get a new dude?
Twitch isn't the only one to mysteriously die after being connected to Diddy. Remember Jamie Foxx. Rumors say Diddy had him poisoned. Jamie used to go to Diddy's parties all the time, but things changed when Diddy allegedly caught him recording something. After that, Jamie wasn't invited anymore. It's even been said that Jamie had his own secret recordings, and in 2023, just when the FBI began looking into Diddy, he found out about some secret tapes. Then, out of nowhere, people started saying Jamie Foxx was dealing with a mystery illness. For nearly a whole year, Jamie vanished from the spotlight. No events, no shows, no updates. He was just gone.
You know, so I was doing, of course, the stand-up, you know, doing the Wanda shit. And then it wasn't until literally I was throwing these parties at my crib, and I would always throw parties for like musical guys, you know. So I threw a party for Puff. Puff comes and big party. It's like 2,000. Puff is there, and it's all about him. And I'll never forget, he got mad at me a little bit because I would follow him, and I would actually follow him with a camera, because at that time Puff was the biggest guy in the world. You know, you couldn't even get in his parties. So the way I would get in his parties, I show up with a camera. Like, yo, Puff, you need to document this. And he turned around, what's up, Playboy? I said, yeah, let me get that, man. Ain't nobody getting this. And it wasn't back in the day with the, you know, with the camera phone. I had the big fucking Canon that you put on your shoulder and the light and the I said, let me change the battery, let me get all this.
Jamie Foxx, I don't know if you saw the one with Jamie Foxx saying the fact that when his special comes out, he's actually going to talk about the fact that Diddy's the one that poisoned him. Again, this is a story.
I heard that story too.
From the upcoming Netflix comedy show. Jamie Foxx expected to include the actor addressing a mysterious 2023 health crisis that left him hospital. This is from today.
Right.
For more than 20 days and recovering for months more, but has also sparked rumors it was Diddy. I may have some of the response for it. Okay. Which Combs' camp has denied, but Fox has not. I mean, of course Combs' camp is going to deny,
right,
but it's what Fox is going to say, because everyone's interested in what Fox's story is.
But now if you go and you look further about the number of people that have had this sudden death thing happen to them that are related to Diddy, it's like some viral lung or something, like some weird.
Later, in his new Netflix special, Jamie finally spoke up. He shared that Diddy was the reason he disappeared. But just a few weeks after the special came out, Jamie was attacked at a hotel in Beverly Hills. He was hurt badly. You don't need to be a genius to connect the dots. It felt like Diddy was sending a strong warning. If you talk about me, I'll come after you.
Actor Jamie Foxx was injured during an altercation at a Beverly Hills restaurant. Foxx is speaking out about the incident, which is being investigated by police. It comes just days after the Oscar winner revealed for the first time that a brain bleed caused him to suffer a stroke last year. Here's ABC's Phil Lipoff.
Tonight, actor Jamie Foxx is recovering after an altercation at his birthday dinner in Beverly Hills left him needing stitches. Local police received a call about an incident at the high-end Mr. Chow restaurant near Rodeo Drive just after 10 p.m. Friday night. A representative for the actor saying someone from another table threw a glass that hit Foxx in the face. It's unclear whether Foxx was involved in the fight or merely a bystander. No arrests were made, but the investigation remains ongoing. It has already been an eventful month for the Oscar winner. In his recently released Netflix stand-up special, Foxx opened up about the mysterious health crisis that put him in the hospital for several weeks last year. Foxx telling the audience a doctor gave his family a grim diagnosis.
He told my sister some horrible news about her big brother.
He said he's having a brain bleed that's led to a stroke.
But now, the actor is proud he beat the odds.
Said I couldn't walk, but look at me now.
And Lindsay Fox appears to be keeping this positive attitude through this latest incident, writing on social media this morning, "The devil is busy, but I'm too blessed to be stressed." Lindsay?
Fox seemingly brushing it off. Phil.
And somehow, Diddy slipped away again. Even though there are videos, over 100 witnesses, and real evidence that ties him to the crime, the court still found him not guilty. The final decision said that Combs was guilty of transporting women for prostitution, including his ex, Cassie, and another woman called Jane. But he was found not guilty of the bigger crimes like racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking. No one expected that. One person online said, "That Diddy decision makes no sense. LOL. How can you be not guilty of sex crimes, but guilty of moving people for sex?" Another person answered, "Yeah, it's crazy. That's like saying someone drove the getaway car, but the robbery didn't happen."
But he's going to get the maximum. The judge will give him the maximum, just like they gave O.J. Simpson the maximum in Vegas, because he got off Simpson in L.A. when he clearly killed these two people. And then when he got a second crack at him on a minor beef, relatively, of theft, they sentenced him to heavy time. So Diddy will go to prison, and he should. He's evil. And I say that because I just wrote a book called Confronting Evil.
Yeah,
he used narcotics and violence to coerce people to do what he wanted to do. That's evil. Sorry.
Go ahead,
Okay,
Stephen.
Now, back to Trump.
Well, hold on. Stephen wants to weigh in on what you just said. Go ahead.
Okay.
Only thing I want to weigh in, I don't want to castigate the entire culture. I'm tired of, we see pictures of a few bad apples conducting themselves in very disgusting manners and thinking that that's the entire industry. I'm a guy that was raised in the hip hop industry. I know an abundance of hip hop artists and beyond who have never engaged in, never been accused of, never would think of putting themselves in the kind of positions.
Well, the verdict is in. Sean Diddy Combs has been convicted on 2 counts of transportation of his ex-girlfriends to engage in prostitution, but cleared of the most serious charges against him. The music mogul has been found not guilty of racketeering conspiracy and 2 counts of sex trafficking. The charges he has been found guilty of are connected to his 2 former partners, including singer Cassie Ventura and a former girlfriend being referred to as Jane. In the U.S., it is a crime to knowingly transport any person with the intent that they engage in prostitution or illegal sexual activity. The 12-person jury deliberated for 3 days before reaching the verdict. The maximum penalty for each of the 2 guilty counts is 10 years in prison plus a fine.
How you feeling?
Not bad. How are you?
Anything you want the public to know?
Not yet. We'll be saying something soon.
We're hopeful that ultimately he receives a substantial sentence for what he's done, and we're pleased that Cassie's brought to light everything that has happened in this trial. I just spoke with her and with the U.S. Attorney's Office team, and she's in a good place. She's pleased that the jury has found him liable, or guilty of these 2 federal crimes.
It's absolutely a win. The defense took a really big gamble going to trial on this case. Really, any time that a defendant chooses to go to trial against the federal government, it's a big gamble. They have a lot in their favor, and it really paid off for Combs.
Today's a great victory. It's a great victory for Sean Combs. It's a great victory for the jury system. You saw that the Southern District of New York prosecutors came at him with all that they had. They're not stopping, but one thing stands between all of us and a prison, and that is a jury of 12 citizens. And we had a wonderful jury. They listened to every word, and they got the situation right, or certainly right enough. They acquitted him of the sex trafficking, which he was absolutely innocent of. They acquitted him of the racketeering conspiracy that he was absolutely innocent of, and all of the components to it. The kidnapping, he was innocent of that. The arson, he was innocent of that. The obstructing justice, he was innocent of that. And that is no longer just me saying that. That is the verdict of our jury.
Diddy's sentencing is set for October, and he could get up to 20 years in prison. but no one knows if he'll really serve all that time. Some fans even believe Diddy might only get 6 months of probation and some community service. Right now, the judge has said no to bail, so Diddy will stay locked up until it's time for his final sentencing.
And we know that sentencing hearing scheduled for the fall. Sean Diddy Combs has already been in custody for about 9 months now, and he's also facing dozens of civil lawsuits. What more does he have ahead of him before that hearing? We know, I think it's on October 3rd.
October 3rd at 10 a.m. is when Sean Combs is going to be sentenced for his conviction on 2 counts of transportation for the purposes of prostitution. Each of those counts carries a maximum penalty of up to 10 years. And so prosecutors pointed out in their letter to the judge his total exposure is 20 years in prison. And the judge today, Whit, said that Combs's propensity for violence was starkly depicted on that 2016 hotel security camera footage that may well factor into the judge's sentencing decisions. In the meantime, Sean Combs will continue to be incarcerated at MDC in Brooklyn, the federal jail in Brooklyn, where he's been since his arrest.
Cassie's life might be in danger. Her lawyer is asking the judge to keep Diddy in jail while he waits for his punishment. They say he could hurt Cassie or the other people who spoke up against him. In a letter to Judge Arun Subramanian, lawyer Douglas Wigdor said Cassie is scared. She thinks Diddy might try to get revenge on everyone who testified, including her. Ms. Ventura believes Mr. Combs is dangerous to the victims in this case, including herself and even to the public.
Cassie Ventura's friend Deontay Nash has sent a letter to the judge requesting that he deny Diddy's bail. You know, Deontay Nash is one of Cassie's friends, and he was also her former stylist who testified against Diddy in his criminal trial. He testified about multiple instances of violence that he endured and that he also saw Cassie Ventura go through. Now he has just submitted a letter to the judge asking that he deny Diddy's bail until Diddy is sentenced on the 2 charges of prosta. Deontay Nash said, "I am writing to express my grave concern over the prospect of Sean Combs being released from custody. While I appreciate the fairness that you have shown throughout this proceeding, I feel compelled to be unequivocal about the danger he possesses to the public and to the individuals who have risked everything by coming forward. Mr. Combs has a long, well-documented history of violent, coercive, and retaliatory behavior. Over the years, he has repeatedly escaped meaningful accountability, and each time, this has only reinforced his sense of impunity. If he is released now, I have no doubt that he will see it as yet another license to continue intimidating, threatening, and harming people who challenged or exposed him. Many of us have firsthand knowledge of the fear that he instills in those around him."
Gene Deal also shared how he feels about the verdict. He believes that even though the case is over, Diddy's career is done for. Everyone now knows the truth about him. 34 people told their stories. I talked about wild parties, secret tapes, abuse, and pain. You can't forget what's been shown to the world.
They already knew this was going to happen. What did I say, Mighty? I said that if it goes before January the 4th, it ain't going to look good for the prosecutor. Didn't I say that? I said that means that they probably just get him on the sexual charges. But if it goes past the 4th, that means they really want to do their job and see and get us a lot of time. Because they knew they had proved the sexual with the dudes, you know, paying them to come and have sex with the girls and everything like that. But we found out a lot of things about this dude in this trial, bro. A lot of shit none of us even knew. But they celebrating this. This dude is psychotic. I don't care what you say, bro. You look at some of the stuff that he did, and like I say, that's what's good in the hood now.
Diddy is coming out. But now, Diddy is turning on the people who told the truth. Roger Bonds, a celebrity bodyguard who used to work with Diddy, said Diddy wanted to hurt Gene Deal and even paid people to fight him. This isn't new. Diddy has a history of this kind of thing. In an interview on Piers Morgan's show, another bodyguard, Big Homie CC, said he was also threatened just for speaking out.
But he was like, yo, if y'all see Gene, I'm telling y'all, man, somebody better punch him in the face. Somebody better do something to him, man. He out here doing this, that, and we be like, all right.
Okay, so when was this? Because was Gene doing interviews at this point?
Yeah, we talking like 2008, 2009. Gene was spreading the word. You know, Gene was always bad-mouthing Gene.
Wait, hold on. Vlad TV started in 2008, 2009. YouTube was really early.
No, he wasn't doing YouTube and stuff. He was going around talking a lot of shit. And we all from Harlem. So he was just talking a lot of and it's a small, Harlem is small.
So what was Gene Deal saying during that time? What did you hear?
He basically was talking about Puff fighting women, hitting women, that was going on with him and Kim. Puff being gay, you know, with him and Usher and shit like that. He was talking the same shit that he's talking now on a major scale, but he was spreading it around Harlem.
Okay.
So it was basically a thing where, yo, if y'all see, man, I'm telling y'all better hear, he got hands put on him, this, that, and the other. But we seen him, you know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question. From your journalistic perspective, have you ever noticed how in this industry, people untimely meet their demise soon as somebody else seems like they're having a problem? Have you ever seen that before?
Well, there was, of course, the case of one of his other ex-girlfriends, Kim Porter, who died of pneumonia at a very young age. You just referenced your own situation with pneumonia that you believe was deliberate poisoning. Do you believe that may be what happened to her?
Why are so many people coming down with pneumonia? Why is that happening to everybody? What is that about? Where have you ever seen this many cases of pneumonia associated with one situation? So, you know.
There were rumors.
I'm not saying.
Well, I was going to mention on this that there have been rumors circulating online that Diddy may have poisoned Jamie Foxx, which caused his 2023 hospitalization. In his Netflix show, he compared Combs to the devil in revealing his near-death experience after a brain bleed and stroke. He said, I say this all the time, I saw the tunnel, I didn't see the light. It was hot in that tunnel. I thought, shit, have I gone to the wrong place? I looked at the end of the tunnel and I thought I saw the devil saying, come on, or was that Puffy?
And that's how it goes. Another life lost under Hollywood's fancy spotlight. A dancer we all loved, a man who made every room shine, now just part of a dark story no one wants to face. Twitch tried to warn us. His final note wasn't just a goodbye. It showed us something deeper. But the industry made sure we never followed the clues. And Diddy? He's still acting like nothing's wrong, even as the truth closes in on him. October is almost here, and with it, his final judgment. Will he finally face the consequences, or will the system protect another powerful man with too many secrets? We'll be watching always.